Have you ever had a time that someone asked you to borrow your computer? You may have personal information like your bank statement, documents, or private or personal pictures that you took at Las Vegas that you didn't want to show or share with anybody. It would be a good idea to create like a separate account for them. So that basically having a separate account, they can't get access to your documents or your pictures or whatever. So today I'm going to show you how to create a account on a Mac. So what we want to do is click on the Apple icon on the upper left hand corner and then click on System Preference, and then you want to click on the Show All icon and select Users and Groups. Open that up, double click to open it up, and then you want to click on the padlock to unlock it. Enter your password. Once the padlock is in an open position, that means you can create accounts and create or delete accounts. So let's just create an account for our friend. So click on the plus icon, and there's actually 4 different accounts that you could create. Administrator account gives basically the person full access to everything on the computer, to all the data, and to be able to manage all the users. Standard accounts, basically they only could access their own data, their own home directory, and their own programs. And then manage parental control account. This is for kids. So it depends on how old your kids is. You can select the age range, and there's like preset parental controls for them. And then the final one is sharing account. So basically, if you have like a specific folder that you want all these various users to be able to access, you could create a sharing account that this particular folder can, this particular user can access. But today we're going to create a standard account. So let's go back to standard, and let's just make up a name. So Jack Smith, that's going to be our user. And the account name, let's just name the account name J Smith instead of Jack Smith. And their password. And verify the password in the password verify box. And also a password hint, just in case. We just type password here. Make sure you write down a password somewhere, because most of the time people, when they change their password or type in a new password, they forget what it is. And then after you set the password and the password hint, let's just click on create user, and your new user Jack Smith is created. But let's change the picture. So if you select the user account and hover your mouse over the picture, click on that, and let's just change it to something else. So click on default, give you a couple options there. Or if you have the person's picture, you can actually browse to that folder and then add their picture there. But today we're just gonna choose a default picture. Let's just put this right here, the gingerbread man. Click on save, and there you go. Jack's account is created. Now, for whatever reason, Jack needs to have administrator rights, which is something that we don't want to give him. You could just check this box right here, and this will make Jack an administrator. So you'll need to restart the computer after you make him an administrator. But we're not going to make him an administrator. So let's just go ahead and uncheck that and click OK. So we still need a restart for that to change. So let's just click OK there. And after we create his account, we could test it by logging off the computer and then logging back in. So right here you can see the login screen that we have the new account I just created, Jack Smith. So I'm going to log into his account. Okay, and then I'll type in the password. This verifies that our account is working. then you'll have to click on continue. I think we'll set up this Apple ID later, since he doesn't really need to get access to any Apple stuff. So we'll just go ahead, click on that button later, and then skip. Enable series, yes, it's fine. So we'll just go ahead, continue right there. Continue right there. There it goes, and he's logged in. So we go here, upper left hand corner, click on the Apple, system preference, and go under users and groups. You can see current user, Chad Smith, standard user account. Alright, so he's logged in. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to delete this account once he's done using this computer. So after he's done using the computer, make sure you log him out. Just go ahead, log out. And then log back in as myself. Okay, so we're logged back in as myself, and what you want to do is click on the upper left hand icon, the Apple icon, and choose System Preference, and then click on the Show All icon, and go under Users and Groups. Again, you want to click on the padlock. Currently it's locked right now, so it's in the closed position, so we want to click on that and then enter our password to unlock it. And then the padlock is in the open position. So since Chad is done using the computer, we don't need his account anymore. So the way to remove his account is click on the minus icon down here. Click on minus. And when you delete his account, there's actually a couple of options. You can actually save his home folder as a disk image. So that'll be his name.dmg. So that way, if for whatever reason you need to recover the data, there's a file that you could recover. So this is going to be a compressed image of his home folder. Now, if you just want to delete his account but leave his home folder alone without compressing it into a DMG file, you could choose option number 2, which is don't change the home folder. The home folder remains in the user home directory, but this deletes the user account. Or option 3 is just delete the home folder and the user account. Well, since Chad doesn't need anything, nothing needs to be saved, and we don't need his account, we'll just go ahead and click on this option, delete the home folder and his user account. Delete the user, and there you go. His account is gone, and his home directory is gone as well. Let me know in the comment below if you think the video was helpful. Subscribe to this channel for more computer tips and tricks.